Possibly, yeah. We're gonna talk about conspiracy theories and whatnot. Oh, it's dark. I made it darker. It's bright again. There you
So,
go. Yeah.
so we landed on the moon in what? Fucking 1969,
Long time ago.
68.
Yeah.
Okay.
Technology has soared
Okay.
since then. Why haven't we
Okay.
been back? Why aren't we mining it? Why aren't we there more?
Exactly.
So we just went there, stuck a
Exactly.
flag in, and
But
that's it.
the convenient thing is that during this time when we went to the moon, there was a huge space race
Yep.
between us and Russia, and we wanted to seem that we came out on top.
Yep.
So we have this nice little green screen room hidden in the bottom of the Pentagon where these astronauts, I'm not saying they didn't launch a rocket. Yes, they absolutely fucking launched a rocket into space. Were there people in the rocket? Yeah, that's up to you to decide. But the pictures we saw, there's no way they were taken on the moon. For one, who's taking the fucking pictures?
The tripod. It's a timed camera.
The tripod. So they had tripod technology.
It's
Back
just
in
3 legs and
1969.
some tape.
Right,
It's
no.
some 3 legs and duct tape.
Anti-gravity, everything. The
It's
moon is the-
1/6 gravity. It's not truly anti.
Okay.
I'm listening to everything right now.
And then the other thing I was like, yeah, that's a fair point about not mining. But I was thinking, wouldn't we not want to mess with that
So-
because there was like an international treaty that nobody actually has the rights to mine
So when he jumps,
the
okay?
resource on the moon.
So when Neil Armstrong jumps, okay,
Uh-huh.
that's exactly what he does. He jumps. He doesn't take a normal step. If he'd take a normal step, his leg would have paused somewhat because of gravity. It was a jump that he did to add the effect. Hence why when his foot hit, dust fell.
I thought it was.
The gravity is different. So therefore, when gravity's different, things hit the earth or whatever, the ground different. This is just how I feel. I feel this is all fucking bullshit. The flag was waving. There's no atmosphere that we know of on the moon.
There is some atmosphere.
Well, why was the flag waving?
Was it waving or was his
Yeah.
hand still on it?
No, it was waving.
And see, I argue that now we're looking at him uncrinkling it out, and the action and motion of straightening it is what we're looking at. I don't see it continuously flowing like that. Or if somebody's
No,
like,
there's no
The real question, you gotta ask yourself
Exactly.
this:
why haven't we
we have, exactly.
That's exactly the point.
We
I
have
bring
the
up.
technology to get there. There's no, obviously we can get there. The
Dude.
question is, why aren't we there more, and why isn't it just a
Dude.
thing that there's
We have self
bases
checkouts.
that people can
We
check
have
in and check out of?
self-checkouts
You know
now.
what I mean? I think they found something there that they don't want the public to see. I think they ran into something that they don't want the public to know about. So that's my theory on it. I think they went there, and I think
So
the
do you
Russians
believe-
went there more, and they fucking saw
So
some
do you believe
things
they're
that
still going there without us knowing?
they possibly, absolutely they could be, absolutely they could. They could have the technology to just teleport there.
I don't know. I disagree with what
I
you
don't know
guys are
about
talking about with
We
that.
don't know. Do
We
you
would
We don't
know. We have the capabilities and the technology to be able to observe the moon. Private people, we would see stuff and be like, "Oh, hey, look at that."
Yeah, there are some
Such and
nosy
such and such and
motherfuckers
such.
out there. There are some nosy.
How
motherfuckers.
else are you gonna get them beautiful fucking like time lapse photos
see
and
what you're
shit
saying.
of like the
Yeah.
It
world?
makes more sense that. The bigger question is why aren't we going back? Why aren't we utilizing the moon more? Because it's so close.
The bigger question is,
I think it's because nobody can truly like. No one's allowed to right now because it's like an international space treaty.
Allowed
Like we're
to
not
what?
allowed to.
Allowed to what?
Like we're not allowed to call it like
it's the fucking
If you
moon.
have, dude, if you have enough money and can go there, you go there.
It's the moon.
because you want to,
It's
but it's like
everybody's.
you don't really need to. Like you just need to have
The
satellites in
resources on the
geosynchronous
moon
orbit.
alone could propel us into a new age.
What
We knew how to
resources are on the
harness
moon?
But how are we going to get them
Like
there?
what? Yeah, what
it.
resources?
Well, for one, because the moon has much less of an atmosphere, it gets bombarded by radioactive material from the sun.
So it's Chernobyl.
if you can harness that radioactive material, you can use that as energy and transport it back to Earth if you could harness it.
I kind of get what he's saying. He's saying if there was a way that we could, yeah, like he says, the
You grew up watching
particles
Thundercats, didn't you?
and
So
collect them
this has been talked about
like
before.
a sort of experimental battery from
Yes.
harvested farm materials,
There's
farm nuclear materials.
energy that you can harness and
Exactly.
bring back.
But the thing is, okay, and
Why
yes,
can't
I've
we
heard-
manufacture the
no,
lattices
I've-
more
I've
cheaply
heard
at
this.
home, right?
Okay, I've heard this theory.
There's also
Okay,
natural
hold on.
resources because the same material that our planet is made out of, our Earth is or our Moon is made out of.
I've heard this theory, and
So there's
bringing
gold,
back,
there's all other sorts of elements.
bringing
too.
back,
Yeah,
all
but
kinds
it's
of
like a one-way thing. Like the problem
minerals.
with, yeah,
bringing back all kinds of minerals, rocks, all that and everything from the moon and everything to help our planet succeed and everything. Yeah, it'd be great and everything. I've heard that, talk and everything, all that. And I've also heard talk explaining, well, the only reason why said minerals are so active is because they're in that environment. If we bring them back, they won't be as active because our environment is totally different. If you look at it, we're bringing something that is sterile into a fucking porta potty. So it's going to lose
and the reverse,
least-
we're gonna
at
bring
least half
the
of what we want from it.
what's
Just
the
for it to
clean tools?
survive, to come through. And everything, because our environment is so toxic. The environment there, as much as we don't know, it's pure. It's untouched by us. That's what makes it pure. Nothing that we bring to Earth will be as pure as it was before it came to Earth. That's
true.
the sad thing about it.
Well, that's true. It's mostly true for living things, though.
Which are minerals. Minerals are a living thing. They grow.
minerals
multiply.
or living things that can be made
Yeah.
of minerals.
Have you not seen stalagmites, stalactites, all that shit and everything? They grow,
Yeah, but they're not alive.
but they're minerals.
Yes,
If they're not alive, how do they grow?
because it's gravity that makes them grow.
Bullshit.
No, it's not. It's
It's
gravity.
not gravity. It's energy.
It's drops of water that
Exactly.
contain small trace
Contain
amounts of
energy.
minerals, and they're bringing that down and leaving it.
Exactly.
It's not alive.
That
It's
mineral,
just water.
that
It's
minerals that
moving.
are dropping in.
It's like fire.
life.
Fire's not alive.
It's life.
It's the
It's
same
energy, but
idea.
it's
It's
not
life
life.
into
It's
it.
transfer of energy.
There's
Gold-
life into it.
For example, gold, platinum, all the platinum metals, they're in abundance on the moon.
No, but
Just you
again,
would have to
I
mine them.
argue that none of that's there in the abundance that you're talking about.
but the
One
thing
and
is-
two,
Yeah, the thing is,
there's going to be like irreversible damage to
Is
do
that
that.
once-
We don't know of.
once it comes to Earth, okay, once anything comes to Earth,
Yeah.
it's done. It's going to get so marginalized and used in every possible fucking aspect that it will be totally worthless. Prime example is corn. They overpay people to produce corn.
Not
Corn-
Bitcoin though. Bitcoin is the
corn-
best corn.
Corn is in over 80% of the fucking products we use every day. Don't believe me? Google it, people. Google it. Okay? Monsanto has the fucking patent of life. They're the only corporation in the world to have a patent of life with Monsanto. Okay? They pay people to overproduce corn. And you can't just reuse that soil. You got to go to Monsanto. So that is what harvesting the moon would be like. It would be so capitalistic and owned by one monopoly that it wouldn't do any motherfucking good once it gets to us. And that's what the people don't understand. Is that nothing good comes from out. It's in. We need to change the shit here. Use the minerals here. There's plenty of them. Okay? Like California, they're making it by 2035. California is going to be completely against gas-powered engines.
Producing them, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay? You know what that says to me? Slavery. That says that now I have to own an electric car
What about
with
portable
some
fusion
kind of
vehicles
chip. There's
or
some kind of chip in
nuclear
it
vehicles?
that has to be registered, and I don't like that.
I don't like that either, because it's not green to harness batteries. That
Yeah,
shit is
it's
way
not.
worse
You know-
than
you
any
know-
fossil
So
fuel.
for
Yeah,
every battery,
thumbs up that.
for every
yeah.
battery that is in a Tesla, okay, it puts out as much emissions as 2,000 diesels, and that's proven because of all the mining and everything that it takes to get
Yeah.
that battery in your Tesla when you're saving the environment.
Yeah, you're not.
You're not thinking
Yeah.
about the fucking mining that they're doing in Africa. Ripping
You're
the
not. You
fucking
can't even
hole.
say that you're making a positive impact on like
You're setting it back. Is what you're
because
doing.
more CO2 is being used to mine that than you would just burning gas.
Exactly.